Hi everybody, it's Julie Ebersol for Ellen Hutson, and we thought it would be really fun to share with you some of our favorite finds and things we learned about at CHA Winter 2013. CHA is the Craft and Hobby Association trade show. It's open only to retailers, and it enables us to see the new products that all the paper crafting companies are releasing for the year. And we like to go down a day early and take some classes, and we signed up for Ranger Industries full day session the day before the show started. We got to make these really neat collages on burlap canvases with Tim Holtz and worked with the new Distress Paints and Stampers Anonymous images, as well as this really cool embossing paste by Studio 490. This paste will dry soft and flexible instead of hard like other embossing paste. So that was kind of a neat way to add some texture to the canvas. We also worked with Delusions ink sprays, and these have a repellent in them. The colors are incredibly vibrant, but when you spritz them with water, the repellent reacts in really cool ways. And it was fun to see the white ink spray used for faux ghosting effects on the other colors. We had a lot of fun seeing what could be done with these sprays. We also got to spend some time making jewelry in the vintage class and learning about the patinas and the different finishing effects that you can create on these very detailed brass pieces. The next thing we did when the show actually started was to just hit all the booths, and we stopped by Ranger Industries to see the new clear rock candy, which it's a dry glitter and it comes in a Mondo jar now. And Tim Holtz was showing us how we could actually tint them with alcohol inks. Now you can use the Ranger alcohol inks, or you could use your Copic refill alcohol inks. You know, alcohol base is all you need, and an ink applicator tool. And then we got to see more on the Distress Paints. These are unlike any other paint that we've ever worked with. They're water-based. They dry permanently, though. And once they're dry permanently, you cannot mess around with them. And you can use them on fabric, you can use them on paper, you can stamp with them, you can use them on metal and plastic. You can create super cool marbling effects while they're still wet, but once they dry, they become permanent. We were really excited to see that embossing has regained popularity, and there are lots of beautiful embossing colors there at Ranger, and we're excited to be stocking those up. I really love those white colors in the verdigris. It's super cool. And I was so excited to see that Tsukineko Imagine Crafts is releasing Memento inks in a pigment format. These won't be available till June, but I'm so excited that they're coming, and they stamp beautifully. So let's talk about rubber stamps. These are they're hand-drawn sketches by Mario's son for the Tim Holtz collection at Stampers Anonymous, and I just love the architectural look and the smaller scale. They're super fun, perfectly sized for cards, and I love the detail and just the different elements that can be created with pop-up effects, and I liked these vintage images on a much smaller scale. These are really perfect for card making. Can't wait to play with these. Ellen and I also were smitten with these little paper dolls by Prima. I shouldn't say little, they're actually a larger size, but they're really fun, and you can use them for paper piecing effects on paper, on fabric, and we thought it was really neat to see the paper dolls used in a shadow box effect. And this would certainly be really fun to decorate a little girl's room with. And man, you can just give these little divas all kinds of fashionable looks. We were also very excited to see new stamps from Terry Anderson at Technique Tuesday. We love, love, love her funky style, and Allie Edwards had some great new sets coming out too. Lawn Fawn has an adorable new release, and you're going to love the dies that she's created to coordinate with previous sets and the new sets that were released at the show. Kim at Paper Smooches has also got a whole new array of dies to match with previous released images and her new one. So you're going to have a lot of fun using these together. We also had a chance to stop at the Hero Arts booth and see some of their great new dies and stamp images. And as always, just beautiful, colorful samples there for display. There were so many, and I just love seeing what the Hero artists have done. And speaking of dies, Susan Tierney released these incredibly realistic flower dies that they're just amazing. These black-eyed Susans, they look so real that you just want to reach out and touch them. And the poppies, I think she did these with crepe paper, but For those of you that love making flower embellishments or just really love that dimensional look for your projects, you are going to have an amazing time with these dies. They're just incredible. And how about storing your dies? Now, this is a system by Crafter's Companion for storing your cling or clear mount stamps together with dies. It's magnetic on one side, and then it's got the glossy side for storing those cling mount clear stamps. And especially if you have the coordinating stamps and dies, just think how slick it is to have those all together. It comes in a mini and in the Mondo. I'm getting the Mondo. I think they call it standard, but I call it Mondo. Paper, oh my gosh, so many of the companies, yay, they release 6 by 6 inch paper pads or paper collections that are on a smaller scale of their 12 by 12 collections. I loved Lily Bees. I love this set by Cosmo Cricket. I loved all of them. I love the coordinating stamps that Cosmo Cricket released and the fabric stickers and the canvas brads. Basic Gray had some great new whimsical collections and awesome color combinations and coordinating stamps that they have released through Hero Arts, as well as these darling little bottle cap embellishments. Lawn Fawn, yay! She's got a 6 by 6 inch paper pad that coordinates with all her 12 by 12, so it's just a smaller scale, great for card makers, and I love that twine. Just yummy. We were so excited to see lots of stencils. These are by Claudine Helmuth, and we have always loved Claudine's very whimsical style, and she showed us some great techniques for using stencils that I had not even thought of. And so it was really fun to watch her in action with these techniques, and can't wait to try some of them. Studio Calico also came out with a great variety of masks for using with their Mr. Huey's Mists, and they're great in a 12 by 12 format, but we also love the smaller sizes for the cards, and it's just so neat. They also showcase different things that you could do with the masks, including, you know, not just using Mr. Huey's, but tracing them and also using embossing paste in them to create some texture and dimension on your scrapbook pages and card projects. I just thought that was really a neat way to showcase how to use those masks. Bamboo twine was really a neat product that we came across. We loved how vibrant the colors were and the smooth texture of this bamboo twine. I was in washi heaven, of course, because there was lots of washi to be had. These are by Jenny Bolin Studios. I love, love, love that wood grain one. It's kind of a whitewash wood grain or a birch wood grain effect, and the chevron. My mind's eye, they went tubular, and I'm so excited to see these patterns and colors. They're just very hip, very on the mark, and I'm just madly in love with them. I didn't see this, but it was released at Summer CHA, and I didn't see it back at that show, but I got to see it on this show. And it's a washi tape or washi roll dispenser and organizer and 6 by 6 inch washi sheets in a pad format. And Lifestyle Crafts has released Shape and Tape, which is a 6 by 12 format of washi tape. And the thing I love about these bigger formats of washi tape is that they're perfect for using your dies. So can you imagine, think of all the dies that you have and the fun that you can have die cutting things from washi tape really easy. We used to have to take, you know, the rolls and lay down strips of it. Well, now you've got the sheets. It's perfect. Crazy for cameras. I tell you what, I saw camera chipboard, camera stamps, camera albums, camera dies, and I couldn't believe how crazy they were for cameras at CHA. And the thing that I was most fascinated by were these cool Instagram overlays. They're transparent and clear, and these were by American Crafts, and I just thought it was a really super cool way to highlight your photos with that Instagram effect. Really neat. And lots of embellishments, of course, that we went crazy. There's more cameras. These little clips, these shaped paper clips are so much fun for embellishing a photograph, for embellishing your cards, putting layers, clipping them together. I can't wait to play with these. And wood veneers. I am so into the wood veneers. And these are by Prima Marketing. They're laser cut, very intricate and detailed. And oh by golly, not only botanicals, but I think I see some cameras. These are by Studio Calico, and we know and love all the veneers that Studio Calico has come out with. These are by Prima Marketing, these crystals and really cool pearl embellishments that are in different shapes and chevrons, and you can highlight your images on your cards and your scrapbook pages with these. And I loved the fact that Lily B was putting together these variety packs that had fabric brads, buttons, flare, and twine that coordinated together, but all in one little embellishment pack. So it was fun to get a variety with, just a taste. And these are by Allison Craft. Allison was with Hamley Studios, and she is back now with Webster's Pages, and we are loving everything that she is doing with Webster's Pages. These little treat sacks, her transparent overlays, and she also had these awesome and darling little mini file folders with her signature style. We're so excited to see her back again. Now this is one product that's a little bit tricky to explain. It's by Viva Decor, and this was the best example that we could find of it. It was really hard to shoot on camera, but it is a liquid glass effect, and it is so cool. It's got this incredibly high loft, and it retains its shape, and they really do look like glass, so it's going to be really fun to play with. And as far as tools go, we were very excited that We Are Memory Keepers listened to us when Ellen and I explained that we wanted them to change the locking mechanism on their magnetic cutter. So now I don't have to hold that blade and keep it engaged while I'm cutting. It will lock into place and stay engaged, and it doesn't wear out my bad arm. So that's very exciting news for us. And this is probably the single most exciting product that Ellen and I are anxious to get our hands on. It won't be available till April, but it is the envelope punch board, and it makes like 60 some different sizes of envelopes. And it was so cool to see it in action, and we can't wait to get our hands on it. All these and more are coming soon to ellenhutson.com, so please keep your eye on the web store and the classroom blog. We had a ton of fun sharing this with you and hope that you enjoyed seeing some of the great new products from CHA 2013.